Et bonjour, nous nous retrouvons donc pour ce let's play. Je voulais me rendre à l'hôpital, je me suis retrouvé sur écran tout rouge. Donc on va aller voir qu'est-ce que c'est. Il veut quoi lui? Bonjour monsieur, enchanté de vous connaître.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of thy making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Ah oui, je suis champion. Ah, non, non.
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall thy children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sick. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Ok, il a un problème lui, hein.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied
Bonjour mon
entity?
bureau.
Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Comment on avait l'air déjà? Ah oui, c'est là-bas. De toute façon, on va rien améliorer, on s'en bat les couilles. Alors monsieur? Ah oui, il fallait trouver de gare. C'est qui
God
lui?
protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about war.
Kalana.
You've set the
Meilleur
table
temps.
for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This
Ouais.
is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
T'inquiète, on se retrouvera mec. Je me comprends.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Alors gare, on fricote.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Oh ça va, on
The
remarquera
hospital
pas.
is chaotic as it is. No one will notice a few more bodies.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Moi j'ai pas le cœur. Hein.
I've just returned from my sister's funeral, Edgar. I don't have the heart for this.
Jonathan, please, I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Well, they are not far wrong. The hospital is almost crawling with vampires.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Je vais le faire péter ton hôpital. Je vais te bouffer. Je vais te bouffer. T'as de la chance, je suis en mode histoire. Hein. J'aurais besoin, je te bouffe. Hein. Merde.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Nettoie. Ou je te bouffe. Ah. Chérie. Tu me bloques là. Hein. Oh. Alors les docks. Les deux docks. Donald Duck.
It seems the Prewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Oh, on va les niquer. Allez, je te laisse une chance de le tuer. Oh, t'es tarte, toi. Alors, les ducks, les ducks, les ducks. Bonjour, toi. Enchanté de te connaître. Mais tu as vu, tu là? Je suis dans résidence civile. Ah, dans mon autre partie, je vais soigner tous les gens et monter plein de niveaux. Bonjour, enchanté de vous connaître. C'est juste une petite baffe du soir. Hardwood. Clint Eastwood, je m'appelle. Bon, tu t'appelles Marc Thomas, c'est qu'est-ce que t'as le Bon, en fait. On va voir. Trouver Sean Hazen dans les docks. On va parler à lui là. Bonjour monsieur. Ça va aller Sean?
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am.
Oh, Jonathan Reed.
Ah,
Donc
some
voilà.
fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Ah, j'ai passé mon niveau, faut que je sois bouffé. Okay. T'as de la chance, mon pote, je t'aurais bouffé.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
Ah, il est sur les docks.
Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients.
Pour baiser sa mère.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bon, bah, je joue qu'avec une oreillette. Hein. Faut que j'entende sonner pour m'en recommander. Tant que... Mais je ressens... Oh, oh, je peux avoir ton chapeau, s'il te plaît?
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Ouais,
Can I see
voyons
what
ce que
you
t'as vendu. Je savais même pas que
you
t'étais
have
vendeuse,
money,
toi.
I'll show you all I have.
Des balles. Non,
Good evening, Miss...
Hello.
on passe parce qu'on l'a déjà fait. Je cherche.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Au revoir.
Goodbye,
Attends, on
Miss
va pas aller à
Cox.
une autre tocase. Non, lui, lui c'est fait, lui c'est fait. Y a pas de. Ah lui, on va parler à lui.
Mark my
Oh, il a
word.
Not
quel
a
âge?
drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws,
Ouais, on
murders
s'en
by
prend
night.
petit avis. Ah, tout. Bah tiens, il y a des gens là. On va leur parler, on va leur demander qu'est-ce qu'ils sont devenus.
He's the kind of prey I
Good
hunt.
evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks,
Tous
are we?
comme ça.
Remember me then?
Of course I did. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Lui se présente à chaque fois.
Tom,
Bonjour.
I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as
Ça
possible.
reçoit 50 fois par jour.
I've been
T'inquiète,
told you could help
je te
me.
rappelle.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The
faut que je le retrouve quand même.
important thing is I find him quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Ouais, alors, toi tu sais rien quoi.
Good.
Ah, t'es un tocard quoi, t'es un tocard. Attends. Attends, il me l'affichait pas là sur la carte. Il est là. Le tocard est là-bas. Oh, moi j'ai regardé un Yakuza ce matin. Non, je vais le regarder après vidéo 4 là. Ouais, t'as entendu ce que je dis. Et sur ta vidéo? Je dis bah non, j'ai pas fini de regarder. D'accord. C'est pas là. Putain, ils m'ont vu. Ils m'ont vu. Il m'a vu la grosse bestiole. Ta gueule la bestiole. Problème toi. Il est où? Elle est mort. Il est où l'autre? Elle va notre gars là? Ruby, il monte pas derrière la télé, t'es chiant. « 20 en détresse. » Ah oui, c'est celui-ci. Comment on rentre là déjà? Salut les potos, comment ça va? Oui, maintenant je suis taré.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Bonjour mon putain mon pote. Ah mon pote, comment tu vas? Ça va bien? La famille, les amis, le whisky, on va reprendre un peu vite peut-être. On va finir par mourir. Oh merde, je sais pas, je suis en train de crever quand même. Bonjour. Je sais pas, j'ai failli crever quand même en jouant en fait. Oh. Descends. Allez, descends, t'as fait l'état de la console en plus. Et niqué ma clé. Allez, ma clé, non. Ouais.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Attendez, je réponds à un message, je suis pas taré. Putain, j'aurais dû les bouffer. Pire, c'est comme ça, de toute façon, faut faire avec. Hein. Attends, comment on passe déjà là? Putain, je sais même plus. Oh, il y a du monde ici. Hop, bonjour monsieur. Aïe, je suis tombé. Faut remonter. Je voudrais remonter s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Non, c'était sans les géomètres. Bonjour. Hop. Quelqu'un là, il semble. Ah, salut les potes! Ouais, il faut. Esquive, double esquive, on s'est cru dans Jonathan Rendrade. Tu as abîmé ma veste, lui. Après, on va regarder du Yakuza. Ah oui, il faudrait peut-être que je finisse de regarder Final Fantasy HD, moi, quand même. Bonjour. Oh, madame! Madame! C'est un joli chapeau. Je peux l'avoir? Madame! Bonjour.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Bon, je joue comme poker ou pas? Oui, il est mort.
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Au revoir.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Hey là, il y a le tocard.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Il a tué Henri.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
Je l'ai pas convaincu, hein.
People have been murdered.
I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Trouver l'entrée des égouts. Ouais, j'arrive, 2 minutes. Je trouve l'entrée des égouts, après j'arrête. Les stocks de Super 5, le Super 5 et le PS5 est Super U. Mon cul, ouais. Ah, mais je vais juste trouver l'entrée des docks. Nous allons donc... Hop, papa, papa. Je vais mourir. Et nous allons terminer sur cette mort bête et stupide.